Welcome back, my Pontiac High School people. Today's lesson is about why societies have economies. So, we're going to be looking a little bit about the money and how it ties us together. Let's look first at people's wants. Well, everyone has wants. What an economy does is figure out ways to meet those wants. Now, in order to meet this responsibility, we have to understand the factors of production because the factors of production have to be organized to meet the wants of these people. What are the factors of production? Well, they are labor, land, and capital. Let's look at labor. The first factor of production is labor. Now, labor includes all of the people who dedicate their time and energy toward the production of a good or service. Now, it's easy to think about this in terms of production of goods. This guy is obviously a laborer. He's putting together a house, it looks like. But don't forget the teachers out there, like Mr. Samuelson, who's right now laboring to put together this video for you. This is labor too, one of the factors of production. Let's look at land. Land is, of course, the second factor of production. Land includes the actual area on which a good or service is produced or delivered, but it also includes all of the natural resources of the land. So any copper, iron, gold, platinum that comes out of the dirt, or any trees, plants that grow on top of the dirt. This is all included in the overall category of land. By the way, animals are included in land too, so wrap your head around that for a moment. All right, the third factor of production is capital. Capital includes tools, machines, or buildings which are needed to then produce a good or service. So all of your tools, that's capital. All of your machines, that's capital. All of your buildings, except for the buildings that you're building, are capital. Your factories, those are your capital. That's the building that you're building things in. The schoolhouse, where I'm sitting right now, is capital for the school department of Pontiac. All right, this is all capital because this is where those goods and services are produced. Importantly, it also includes money. That is your liquid capital. That is your things of value that can be used to purchase other things of value. That's all capital. So let's look at the consumption side of things. Goods and services are produced for one reason, so that they can be consumed. When they are consumed, what they are doing is they're satisfying the want of the people. I really want a chicken sandwich. I'm going to consume that chicken sandwich. So we had a good, the chicken. We had a service, the person who put it together into a sandwich for me. And then me as a consumer consumed that sandwich and satisfied my want. Of course, there are many ways to consume things. You are consuming this video right now. How's it taste? All right, production. When all the factors of production are combined, a product or service is produced. But it's not necessarily consumed by the economy. Sometimes it can just sit there waiting to be consumed, as a lot of products are. They just sit on shelves at the store waiting for you to come around and buy them. We have to worry about distribution. For a product to be consumed, it has to be delivered to the customer. This can happen in many different ways. Goods can arrive at the store that you purchase them through a distribution chain. Okay, that is goods transported from a factory to a warehouse where it's picked up by a truck that brings it maybe to another warehouse or maybe to a store where it awaits you. This is a distribution chain. Now, goods are usually distributed to stores or Amazon.com directly to a home or business where you can order it directly from the factory and it comes straight to you. Now we're ready to consume it. A good is consumed when the individual purchases the item and uses it. Once a good can no longer be used for its intended purpose, the consumer needs to find a replacement, like that chicken sandwich. It can no longer satisfy my wants and desires for a chicken sandwich. I need to go get another one. But this is true of anything. Think about a pencil. A pencil has an intended purpose. It can be used to write things, but once it's down to a little bitty nub, it can't really be used to write very well. I need a replacement. This is true of all things. I need a new car. Anyway, costs and benefits. When a consumer chooses to consume a product or service, they got to consider their costs and benefits of that product or service because we all only have limited amounts of time and money. We don't have enough time and money to get everything that we want all the time. And when we use our resources to acquire a good, those resources, the time to make your decision and make the purchase, the money that you use to buy the item, they're gone. This is called an opportunity cost. That is, if you're this gentleman right here and you choose to go to Dr. A, well, you can't then go to Dr. B. Okay? You've already used that time and that money to go to Dr. A. You forego not just your time and your money, but also the option of going to Dr. B. That's your opportunity cost. All right, scarcity. Scarcity is one of those things that you need to understand in economics, or you can't understand economics at all. The scarcity of a good or service factors prominently in its cost. How expensive is something? Well, depends upon how much of it there is and how much people want it. Take gold and water, right? Gold, there's not a whole lot of it. And everybody would like to have a nice big pile of gold in front of them. Water, well, everybody wants it, but a great big pile of water right in front of you, well, that doesn't have a lot of value because, well, geez, look around. There's water all over the place. There's tons of it. This is where cost gets factored in. If a good or service is in high demand but low supply, it's scarce. Gold. Producers of a scarce product can increase the price to the consumer. They can really raise that price because consumers are going to buy it. That iPhone was expensive, but I do love having it. All right, that's all for today's kind of introduction to why societies have economies. Stick with us, more to come. I hope you learned something today, and farewell.